Yeah, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us. We are a little over 30 minutes away from the first games, the first major upset that our guy down
Yeah.
here has said.
Like I said, no
So
animosity. I'm just picking. That's all. That's all there is to it.
Colin, if that happens, I'm going to start calling you Yoda.
Oh yeah.
wow.
Hey,
Wow.
the force is
It
with
could
me.
happen. It could happen. It could happen.
I'm serious. You're going to be Yoda now if that happens.
Hey, like we said, any given Saturday.
That's
Yep.
right.
Absolutely.
That's what
Hey,
we
if
gotta
Sample can
remember.
beat us, right? Right, Smith?
You said it, not me.
I'm repeating.
Yo, look, ladies and gentlemen, you know what happens. We're not these guys that punt on fourth down. Forget punting. Who knows about that? What? No, fourth down, we're going for it. The game is tied late in the game. We're not trying to tie it and get it tied. No, we're going for two. Yeah, buddy. We are going for two, ladies and gentlemen, in the last little segment to give you a little something to take you on to your college football Saturday. So, since you are our guest, Mr. Colin P. in the DMV from the SEC, talk to us. What is your going to for week 2? Or three. Is it week
Actually,
3?
you know what? We on our show on Monday, and we had the pleasure of Nathan Snell to come on, and he said something that actually resonated with me. You know, it is football season. It is college football season, NFL. You know, we're all fans of a certain team and whatever. We do have the rivals. We have all that kind of stuff. You know, and all banter, all that kind of stuff is all well and good, but just don't take it serious. You know, and it just that's the biggest thing is like you could have rivals or that kind of stuff get way out of hand. Just be nice to people. Just I mean, you can dig, but once you see that dig is going a little too, slowly roll a little bit.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we're all fans, of teams, and it's supposed to be bringing everybody together, not tearing people apart. So I mean, at the same point, as these 4 seasons come along, the football season, what have you, just be mindful of that, and have fun. I mean, that's what it's meant for, right? Have fun, rooting for your team, and hanging out with your fellows and your friends. So.
Absolutely. I love that. Yeah, I'll go number 2. Yeah. Don't take it so personal. I mean, we're not getting paid from the university. We're not getting paid from any of these teams.
You get no money. You're getting money.
I learned I learned a long time ago with Washington at that time, the Redskins, and I'm sitting here, my mom walking to me crying in a preseason game, and she's like, "You can't. This is ridiculous. This is stupid. What are you doing? Because they're not paying you. They don't care. They don't care if you wear their stuff or not. They're still going to get paid. They're still going to do their thing. And now college, they're still going to get paid. And look, and especially in this field where we're reporting on it, whatever, like sometimes in life, the guy that you like, hey, Barry, a lot of people don't like Barry. Washington, a lot of people don't like Washington. And Tar Heels, we know how many people get on them. But I don't take it is what it is. You have your opinion, whatever. And even if I feel like you come to them, it doesn't matter. And they're not paying me. It's I love them, but whatever.
Hey,
it's not that serious. So taking it personal is not. You can't do that because it's gonna deter you from what you really trying to do, which is following these games, paying attention to these players and all the parity and all the different moves and everything that's going on. So
just take it in, man.
Keep it moving and enjoy the game, enjoy the day, enjoy football, enjoy the banter back and forth with people. Because I would much rather go back and forth with somebody that maybe is a little testy with me or whatever than just not talk to anybody about it. Because I still want to talk this game. You know what I mean? You never know. You might learn something from somebody that's saying something that you might appear as negative, and it's like, oh snap! Well, they're actually trying to help me out. That's interesting. That's interesting. So
that's what I love about our little group chat we have, that we can have fun commenting back and forth throughout the game day.
Yeah, poke back and forth, have some fun with some people, and everyone realizes that we're just having fun with it.
Like how Sean reminds me all the time how well MSU's done against our team the last few years. So,
yeah.
And I take it, and it's just, and I know that he's right. Yeah. We don't have more to stand on right now.
And it comes down to it. I mean, we're talking about working with people, and we're talking about being in this stuff. Like, you got to be in a situation where you could be able to work with people that are gonna be in differing opinions, because at the grand scheme of it, it's the end game, it's the totals, the whole of it, as opposed to just the one or two little interactions. It's about making the good stuff, making these shows, doing this type of stuff. Even if people look, My main show is with Janae Struther. She absolutely hates Washington. She gives me a hard time about it all the time. And a lot of times the stuff she says is for real. It's legit. But at the end of the day, it's football. Okay? I can turn this off just like everybody else. It's not that serious. It's not. So we got to make sure what we're doing is for the bigger picture. The bigger picture. Alex, I'm coming to you. What do you think? Going for 2, man.
Oh, it's funny because I was on the same wavelength as him, so I'll switch it up. I'll go based off what we're seeing with Michigan here is kind of a message to the players and a message to the fans. The players first, you're fighting for your job every Saturday with that quarterback competition we're seeing in Michigan. You're always fighting for your job. If there's a better guy behind you and you're not holding up, they're going to take your spot. And when it comes to the fans, we know we have our players. We know there's certain players we like. Me personally, I like J.J. McCarthy better than Cade McNamara. But you don't throw in the towel just because McNamara is the guy, if that's the case, or like root for your team because they're your team.
Right. I like that. Kate, what do you got?
Going to the game tonight at the Big House. I'm very excited to see what happens with this quarterback battle. Cade had his tryout last week, essentially, and JJ replaced him in the second half pretty much right away based on performance. And JJ gets his start tonight, his tryout tonight. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen in Ann Arbor tonight. Excited to see how well JJ comes out. It's been an interesting Twitter battle amongst our fan base. And it's been interesting to see. There's some people that are definite Cade fans, definite JJ fans. But in the end of the day, we got to support whoever our coach decides. It's the coach's decision. And I think so many times fans forget there is a coach that is getting paid really good money to do what he's doing and make the decisions he makes. And that they can't get mad at Harbaugh because he sees someone outperforming the next guy. So in the end of the day, just remember your head coach is your head coach. Respect him. And you may not agree with his decisions, but he's there for a reason. He's getting paid by the university for a reason. So I hope at the end of this competition, when we go into Connecticut next week, that the fans are going to respect Harbaugh and his decision, because that's another thing that drives me crazy is fans that just can't show respect to their head coach, and they need to do it more.
Yeah, definitely. We have that problem in some of our Georgia fan bases, which is kind of hard to see. You know, they just, you should play this guy. You should play this guy. You know, but hey, you're not the coach. I mean, you have your opinions. That's fine. You may like him. I mean, and just just for a simple example is Stetson. You know, they want all these other guys that haven't seen the grass. They haven't even taken a collegiate snap yet. Oh, well, he's better than Stetson ever could think of being. I mean, how are you going to say that kind of stuff? You've seen that. You have no sample size. You have nothing to base it on. You know, just because you like
the national champion quarterback,
right?
Exactly, a walk on. So I mean, his story's great. Don't get me wrong. You know, he's a 6-year senior. Like, he's old in college.
Yeah,
he's an old man. But I mean, he's progressed really well, and you can see the progress. You know, but it's just amazing. To Kate's point is, like, you know, you have all these guys in these groups that are just barking because, I mean, they're keyboard warriors. Let's face it. You know, they're just talking to be talking. So, you know, I agree with you, Kate. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. What was the score that when McCarthy came in last week? Was it after halftime? It was after halftime,
and in the first half, Jake Moody had to come out and kick 3 field goals, and very few point after touchdowns. In the second half, that's all Jake Moody was doing. That's all Jake Moody should be doing. And I mean, JJ was explosive in that second half, had the touchdown run. He is more explosive and more gutsy in the pocket. He's willing to run. Who
was your main guy last year? Was it Cade?
It was Cade.
Cade started every game last year.
And Cade did take us to go against your dogs. But there is something special about JJ, and he's really proven himself after his injury. So he's come out. He's explosive. He showed the coach that, look, I think I deserve just as an equal chance to Cade to be the starter. So,
was he a freshman last year? Was he a what was
JJ was a true freshman last year? Yeah,
is that why he didn't get the start?
He didn't start ever last year.
Well, he wasn't ready last year. There was a lot of those. He'd get in for those splash plays, but then he'd get in the next drive and he'd fumble the ball, or it was just that young kid.
That's why I asked that question, because not to I'm not trying to do this to poke fun, but the Michigan State game, they had him in there, and a couple times he looked amazing, but then at the same time he looked terrible at the other times. And he brought us back into the game.
During that Michigan State game, Cade McNamara was also in and out of the medical tent.
Yeah, but he had them up 30-14.
Yeah, so we'll see.
The thing for me with McCarthy last year versus this year personally is he's bigger, he's stronger, he's faster. It's after a year in the offense. If Michigan wants to have any chance to compete with the top dogs in the NCAA, kind of throwing that at Georgia, they're top dogs. You've got to have the splash plays. You got to be able to go over the top. Your quarterback's got to be able to make something happen. And Cade's a pro style quarterback. He's very in the pocket, 1 read, 2 read, 3 read, throw it away.
Yeah.
Where McCarthy will be like 1 read, 2 read. Okay, let's see if this 3rd read can do something. He'll buy time. So you're gonna have the mistakes that every quarterback has when that happens. But you also see, like, for example, in the Wisconsin game last year, McCarthy just kind of like nickel and dimed it down the field and they were doing well. Then you bring McCarthy in the second half and it's 50-yard touchdown, 35-yard pass, 40-yard pass. Like it's,
I mean,
he's what would take the team over the top.
His numbers last week were incredible in that second half.
Who'd they play? Who'd they play in the second half? Colorado State.
Yeah, but his numbers were so different from, like, Cade's passer rating was a 33.3, JJ's was a 99.9. So the numbers.
Now McCarthy also only threw 4 times versus 18 for McNamara, so that's something to look at. But
he's willing to take it down the field, where Cade is always short pass routes versus the long.
He's efficient.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. You're going to be successful either way.
Right.
That's the thing a lot of people got to realize. Everyone has a preference on who they want, but just root for your team regardless of who's out there.
Definitely.
That's the biggest thing,
If Cade ends up the starter after tonight or next week, I'll support whatever Coach Harbaugh does.
Well, and that's why this is the Let's Talk Football, college football, because that's one of the things I was asking. We were just talking about the Stetson Bennett thing. You know, he takes you to the CFP, and people are like, "Oh, get him out. This other guy's going to be better." But it's like, if this guy there's something to be said for being a veteran in college and having it. We see what Desmond Ridder did a year ago. We see what Bryce did last week. I just think I love the splash. Look, college is for these guys. The JJ McCarthy's, the quick bow. I love that. But I think there's something to be said for a guy that's been around the block. He's done it.
Oh, absolutely.
He knows the game. So we'll see we'll see what happens. I mean, obviously, this is not going to be a great sample size today. I mean, like we said a couple weeks back, Hawaii's got 50 new players on their team. They got Tommy Chang as their coach, who's doing the best that he can, but it didn't look great when you give up 63 to Vandy in week 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know, we'll definitely see how it plays out today. And I mean, we'll obviously 2 Michigan fans on here, so we'll be following that QB controversy competition back and forth this year, especially once they get into some Big Ten play, because that's going to be that's when the rubber meets the road.
You look at McNamara; he's the first quarterback in almost 2 decades to win you the Big Ten, to beat Ohio State, to to get you in the national championship contention. Like, so the dude can play. There's no doubt about it. It's what we've seen from Michigan quarterbacks the last 2 decades, and it's that new kind of shiny toy.
Something different.
Yeah. He's very standard to like a Shea Patterson, and where Shea wasn't willing to take those risks as well. So
Yeah.
We'll see.
Respect.
We'll see if the young stud, as a lot of people are calling him in Michigan, comes out tonight and proves that he should be the starter. We'll see. I'll be there.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah,
It'll
you have
definitely
fun.
be interesting. Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
I always go by it's not broke, don't fix it. But at the same time, I'm not. You guys dive into. You are big fans of this. I'm kind of on the outside looking in. I'm like, yeah, I got Drake May, yay. So,
hey, he's right up there with some of those other guys too.
Right,
so.
right. But I may or may not have put on footage that I wanted the other guy. So,
yeah,
you know what I mean. Hindsight is definitely 2020. But
Yes,
look, if it's not broke, don't fix it. You know, whatever can get you back to the dance. But again, this ain't the same team from a year ago. You had two top, first round picks that were absolutely legitimate, including one number 2 pick in the draft. So, you know that is off the team. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how it plays out. We are 100%. Just under 30 minutes away from the opening starts. The upset pick that my guy, Mr. Colin P, shocked us with Texas upsetting Alabama. We shall see. We shall definitely see. Does Lincoln Riley take the L? Does North Carolina give up 40 again in the 4th? All this stuff. We will definitely see.
Still early.
Whoever put that last comment, yes.
Man, what a nice problem to have. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Instead of who do we have to play at quarterback, it's like, okay, who can we play at these important positions?
Exactly.
Like,
right.
It's
and
nice.
I like that.
He also brought in a true freshman last year for a few snaps last week. So we got some depth, and we have some really big recruits coming in this week. So Harbaugh's going to want to make sure everything looks pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go ahead and let you go, let you get your food ready, let you get your snacks ready, let you get whatever drinks you need to get, and get ready for those upcoming games, those first games of the day. Like we said, Alabama, Texas, Arkansas, South Carolina, Wake, Vandy, UNC, Georgia State, Northwestern, Duke, just to name a few of the noon games that are right around the corner. Look, pay attention, enjoy it, watch it. We will be watching it, and we will be back a week from now, giving you a little something. I got to check in with Alex and Kate. I know you're working. I got to check with Alex, potentially Colin, Ben. I'm going to do a little update potentially on Tuesday to recap some of these games. And so we'll figure out, get a little look at how we're looking. Let's go Sun Devils. Ooh. Okay.
What's that?
I can dig
That's Sid, right?
That was Sid. Yeah.
I was like, he's an ASU fan, so.
Hey,
all y'all can text me at halftime and let me know how crazy I was on this Alabama case.
Oh, I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
I hold on texting you that you're right. That's
exactly. Same here. Absolutely.
Chaos.
I am definitely hoping for that. I am definitely hoping for that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring you out on a good note because we're in a good mood. We hope you have a great day. Happy College Football Saturday, people. I'm so interested in seeing what him and Quinn Ewers do this year. There's been so much hype.
We have a pretty dangerous running back in Blake Corum.
Maryland's gone. Talia Tagovailoa.
Yeah.
A little too backyard football.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe,
and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.